big area where the Magic are missing Horace Grant. He is so good at getting back and protecting the basket in the lane for his center.
One-time Chicago Bull Horace Grant sitting out with a twisted left elbow. Now he has said that he could make it back if there is a Game 5, although team doctors are saying that he's out for the series. 3-point Orlando lead, 35 seconds to go in the third. Jordan getting the pick. Kerr for three. Yes. And he has tied the game at 74. Steve Kerr, the one-time member of the Orlando Magic, who did the job coming off the bench on Saturday, has tied it up. Post-up move by Dennis Scott. And a loose ball foul is called on the Magic. With 12 and 5/10 seconds remaining in the third. Foul on Scott. It puts Orlando over the limit. So the Bulls with an opportunity to take the lead for the first time today.
Well, not a bad play for Dennis Scott. It was a much improved post player making his move in the lane, but an outstanding defensive job by Dennis Rodman, who actually mistimed his jump, but just chipped the ball a little bit to himself as Brian Hill looking out to a couple of his players looking at Brook Thompson, giving him some hand signals and eye contact, getting him straight on what they want to do in this last 12.5 seconds.
Rodman missing on the first free throw, so he is 1 of 3 for the day. Michael Jordan will get a rest, and Rodman has given Chicago a 1-point lead. We're down to 10 seconds left in the third. And Hardaway calls for time with 2 and 4/10 seconds to go. It's a 20-second timeout.
Well, it's been amazing throughout this series how Phil Jackson has been getting contributions from his bench. We saw Judd Bushler hit a couple of threes in the first half. Randy Brown doesn't play a lot of minutes, but he forced a 20-second timeout there with intense pressure on Penny Hardaway and then getting help on the double team.
A reminder, tomorrow NBA playoff action will move to prime time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Shawn Kemp and the Sonics going up against Carmelo in the Jazz Game 5 of the Western Conference Final. It's tomorrow here at 9 o'clock Eastern time right here on NBC. The Sonics holding on for the victory yesterday, and they are now up 3 games to 1. Chicago has outscored Orlando 28-18 here in the third quarter, led by Michael Jordan, who has hit for 15 of Chicago's 28 points. Jordan in all has 35. 2 and 4/10 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And Joe Wolf will throw in. Scott looking for the shot, blocked by Kukoc. And that being applauded by Phil Jackson. After 3 at the Arena, it's the Bulls by 1. Jordan 12 of 18, 35 points in all. We'll be back after these words from your local station.
A Century Fox.
Well, for the Orlando Magic, this could be their final quarter of this 95-96 season. They are trailing 75-74, trailing because of the sensational play of Michael Jordan, who has done it once again with an enormous third quarter. Did it in Game 2. In fact, it was Jordan by himself outscoring the Magic in Game 2, 17-16, to rally the Bulls in that come-from-behind effort. Had a very quiet game here on Saturday. Did not score at all in the third quarter. Orlando held to 18 points, outscored 28-18 in the third, as Chicago was able to reel off a 10-1 spurt in the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Pressure by the Bulls, leading to the bucket by Hawker.
Only 6 turnovers for the Magic in the first half. They turned it over 6 times in that third quarter and then start off the fourth with a bad pass from Brooks Thompson.
Brooks Thompson has been vulnerable in handling the ball. He's in there because Brian Shaw still bothered by the muscle spasms in his neck. And Hardaway had it deflected out.
Well, Brian Hill, in effect, has 2 point guards out there with Brooks Thompson, but in trouble. And this is when you like to get the ball into the hands of Penny Hardaway, spread the floor, and let him make decisions.
As he just did. So Hardaway, 7 of 14, shooting 20 points. And the Bulls now lead 77-76. Bulls have a 3-guard alignment with Jordan, Hopper, and Kerr on the floor, along with Kukoc and Rodman. Shot clock at 6. Jordan, yes. Michael Jordan with 37 points. And it's the Bulls with a 3-point lead.
And as I said earlier, with the shot clock winding down, the ball always seems to wind up in his hands with his teammates expecting Michael to do something great. He did one right there.
Good fake by Scott. Dennis Scott struggling again after hitting on his first 2 shots. Hopper to Rodman and a foul. Dennis Scott 1 for his last 10 after hitting on his first 2. Dennis Rodman headed to the line.
Well, Michael Jordan with the taller Penny Hardaway on really doesn't get up in the air high enough to challenge that shot. Double team coming as Michael just feels so comfortable this afternoon on that little fadeaway jump shot. And Dennis Rodman was furious with himself for missing what he felt was a makeable layup there as he was fouled on that play.
Rodman, 2 of 5 at the line. Did not want to hear any advice from Tony Kukoc. Guided him away quickly.
We could probably give some to Tony on his 3-pointer, who's been struggling mightily.
Bulls 80 and the Magic 76. Again, pressure by Chicago.
And what is happening, Penny Hardaway is getting to the middle of the floor against that pressure, hoping to get a pass there so that he can get numbers and attack.
And Hardaway held by Hopper, prevented the drive. Hopper realizing that Hardaway had a beat, so for Ron Hopper, his second foul.
Smart move on the part of Harper. That would have been some kind of play as Penny Hardaway was licking his lips with Dennis Rodman running at him.
Thompson. Open shot for Curry, passed on it. Here's Jordan. And he'll regroup. Rodman had it poked away. Hopper on the recovery. And the foul is called as Koncak got to the rebound and was hit from behind by Jordan. Timeout taken with 9:55 to go on the 4th. The Bulls lead by 4 points. We'll be right back.
Miller, where great taste runs in the family, brings you Miller Moments.
Today we look back at a Memorial Day classic, the Magic of the Pacers. Last year, Game 4 of the conference finals, and Penny Hardaway's 3-pointer gave the Magic a 93-92 lead with 1 3/10 seconds to play, but it was enough time for Rick Smits to hit the game-winning shot at the buzzer for a 94-93 victory. In recognition of this moment, the Miller Brewing Company will donate $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. There were several other Memorial Day memories that stand out. Boston over the LA Lakers in a massacre. Chicago beat Detroit for a sweep. To recall the Pistons walking off the court, not congratulating the Bulls. And then Michael Jordan 3 years ago with a 54-point outburst against the New York Knicks. Well, Jordan with 37 here today, and the Bulls have come from behind and now lead by 4. Orlando at 1 point led by 11. O'Neal trying to keep it alive, but Pippen able to handle it.
Oh, Penny Hardaway looking confused offensively against the good defender Ron Harper, forced to take a tough shot. It looked like he didn't have any confidence to put the ball on the floor.
Luke Longley back on the floor. Tony Kukoc. And a traveling violation is called. So the Magic will get it back.
And the coaching staff of Chicago arguing that call. Dennis Rodman injured